Well, I thank you for your intervention. We actually agree on more than you might assume. It's precisely because that Canada has a history of being a peacemaker, an upholder of human rights, a defender of the international rules-based system, that we need to ask ourselves each time if we are in fact acting in a consistent way, in a way that is true to those principles. You make the assertion that this motion condemns Canada and accuses Canada of complicity. I ask you to point to me and to all honourable senators which part of the motion says that.
Senator Wu, your motion is as clear as can be. On a number of occasions, even in this chamber during question period, you've used those very terms in questioning the government leader. So there is nothing about Canada's complacency and compliance in dealing and supporting this genocide. These are words you've used right here on the floor of the Senate on a number of occasions. So, Senator Wu, as I've said clearly, I've taken a clear, transparent position of why I don't support the motion, but you've been waiting now for a number of months to call question, and I think you have, on a number of occasions, had the opportunity to give a more lengthy debate than I have on this issue. So why don't we allow our colleagues to take a decision on this motion, and may the chips fall where they may. I don't have a problem calling question if you don't.
I'm glad you're willing to have the question called. You haven't, of course, answered my question, pointing to where the motion declares that Canada is complicit. In fact, I invite all colleagues now to take a look at the motion, which asks the Canadian government to examine the risk of complicity in the light of international findings that there have been serious violations of international humanitarian law. Now, these are international findings, not my findings. The findings of the UN, the findings of the International Court of Justice, the findings of the International Criminal Court. So let me ask you again, Senator Housakos, can you point to the place in the motion where you accuse me of condemning Canada for being complicit?
Senator Wu, I will encourage colleagues to take the time, because we will give adequate time to colleagues. We're not going to do a vote now or in 15 minutes. We'll give colleagues 30 minutes to read the entirety of your motion. It's in black and white, and they will come to their own judgment. So I call question.